Hello, I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man. My guest is Gemma Hewett. Gemma is a senior associate solicitor within JMW's corporate law department. So we see the press coverage, Wordle, that's taken the internet by storm, Gemma, has now been sold to the New York Times for reportedly more than $1 million. And it's only been going for like 3 months. I mean, do JMW act for companies that sell to much bigger organizations like that?
Hi, Dominic. Yeah, they do. That's one of the things that we love. Obviously, we act for lots of different clients, and it's great when you can act for a small business, especially Wordle. It's only been going 3 months. When you can act for a business like that who sell to bigger organisations, it's always great to be part of that story. And definitely, we have clients who do sell to bigger organisations, and likewise, we act on the buy side as well for people who are acquiring smaller businesses to add to their portfolio.
You mentioned the buy and the sell side. So what sort of things do lawyers consider when sort of buying and when selling businesses?
Yeah, so in an example here, like Wordle, the main thing to understand is what's actually being sold. So what documents and information from our perspective is required to complete the transaction. So is it a business that's being acquired, or is it solely the IP that's involved in the game? Or, for example, is it the the subscribers to the game? In some businesses, that would be the client list that is actually going to be sold. It's understanding where the value is really. For example, in this case, if the New York Times gets the players, then they might be able to get the advertising revenue or direct players to other games that they've got on their website. And yeah, that shows where we act for both really, the sellers and the purchasers, and can help implement transactions.
And so for anybody sort of thinking of selling the business, maybe someone's lucky enough to have someone like the New York Times knocking at the door. How can you help businesses selling?
Yeah, so as a seller, obviously we can help. Get in touch with us. We're happy to chat you through the legal process and how it works. From a seller's perspective, there's lots of things to consider really. It's normally your business, your baby that you've built. One thing to consider is it a clean split? So are you selling the business on? Are the buyer going to take it on? Or will you be continuing in some capacity, whether that's as an employee or consulting as an advisor to the business? Other things, if it is a clean break, what's your future project going to be? You'd normally see there are restrictive covenants in these types of contracts. If you've got your next big game lined up, can you do that whilst the restrictive covenants are in place? Or will you have to think of some other way to get your income for the moment? Also, obviously, for sellers, how the consideration is structured is key, isn't it? Always want to make sure that you're getting the money there, especially if in this case it's a 7-figure sum. So you want to make sure you understand how the consideration is structured. Will you be getting all of that up front? Will there be some form of deferred payment, or will there be some earn out based on performance of the business, what you've sold on there? So obviously that's a key criteria for sellers to understand there. And we can help explain all of that to sellers and help document that as part of the transaction.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Gemma. And I've got to ask you this. Do you play?
I do. Yes, Dominic. I love it. Me and my family love it. Every day on our WhatsApp group, we send each other the scores, try and see who's been the cleverest for the day.
Fantastic. Well, I hope you will continue to play the New York Times version. If you'd like to contact Gemma, you can email insideman@jmw.co.uk or call 0161 82 81 999. I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.